I gotta plate 2 vehicles at the same time because I want to drive my pickup, but it's extremely unreliable. So nice. It's $250 out of my bank account. Good thing yesterday was payday. Gosh. Need to get my credit card. Luckily my wallet's in my pants beside me here, but I need a straight to grab it. Multitasking is fun. I can drive both my trucks until next month. Hey, what do you guys pay for insurance where you live? I just plated my 93 Chevy Suburban 4-wheel drive 350 and my 94 Chevy 1500 2-wheel drive 6.5 turbo diesel. It's an extended cab short box, and made a payment to my receivables for $50. So like 191.64 to play 2 vehicles for a month. What do you guys pay? What do you have? I've got another car that I'm probably going to plate here soon, but I need to get it running first. It's a 2002 Pontiac Grand Prix. We got a car taking up space in the shop right now, otherwise I'd get it in, get it fixed. Although, with my truck in the compound right now, that kind of makes things difficult as well. I've talked much about my truck yet. My 6.5 anyways. Well, let's tell you the story of that now. So, I've got my own little shop. I'm currently doing an engine swap on a car. That's on YouTube. I haven't done much of it at all. But anyways, so I need a truck for that. And I'm broke, so, and cheap, really. I think I cut that guy off, so he changed lanes, I cut him off again. So, my grandmother found me this truck. I own 10 vehicles right now. My grandmother found me this truck on Facebook Marketplace. It was local to her. She lives in Kenniston and it was in Davidson, and they're fairly close together. And so the price for the truck was, he wanted, was it $3,000 for it? I ended up talking him down to $2,400. When I bought the truck, the passenger window, well, he said that it worked the day before. I took a buddy with me and he put the window down and it wouldn't go back up. The truck had brake lights and signal lights, but no marker lights in the back. So like no tail lights when I'm driving at night. The hood kinda has an issue opening, which that never did get fixed, but whatever. Probably won't ever get fixed either. There's something wrong with the hood. It's not right. It's kinda bent a little bit. Anyway. So there's that. The wipers don't always work. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And the body's got quite a bit of rust on it. There's a little front valance that hangs under the front bumper that was kind of destroyed. But still there. Just a few other little things. So I ended up talking him down to $2,400 for the truck. I didn't really want to buy it at the time. I wanted to spend my money on something else. But I needed a pickup, and I went and looked at this, and it ran and drove amazing. It still runs and drives amazing when it starts. But it ran and drove amazing. That's the only reason I bought the truck, for pretty much the powertrain on it. When I say it has a lot of rust, I mean, like, the cap corners are non-existent, the fenders are rusted right out, the rockers are their way out. The front fenders have a lot of rust. I don't know how the frame is. It doesn't seem soft or anything. The frame seems good. But yeah, the body is pretty much shot on the truck, and I knew that buying it. But the interior is beautiful in it, like well taken care of. Or just cleaned extremely well. There's no rips in the seats, nothing like that. Not a bad truck, and I own, this is the 6th one of those I own, so whatever. I have lots of parts. Like, I have a truck that has a blown motor. I have another truck that has a blown transmission. So worst case, put this motor in one truck and this transmission in a different truck. Like, I had plans. I can't drive the truck anymore. I've got parts for other trucks. So anyway, not the end of the world. And then I put, or I had LED taillights in my Suburban, and I pulled those out and put them in this 6.5, thinking maybe it was just a light bulb out on both sides. Easy. It's 2 screws on each side for the tail lights, so I got them there, swap them over, see if it works. It didn't. So I took it into a shop and they fixed the tail lights for me. That was, I think, $300. I don't think it was that much. I'm not doing or keeping track of how much I've got into this truck either, so I'll tell you. You guys can calculate it and put it in comments. So I got $300 and ish into getting the taillights fixed. They had to rewire a whole bunch of stuff, and then shortly thereafter the truck didn't want to start. So I went to diesel shop, and a buddy of mine recommended it. Oh, I'm getting tired. I need to go sleep. Sleep at this truck stop, I guess. 33 miles away. So a buddy of mine, or a good buddy of mine, recommended this diesel shop, so that's where I took it to. And so they got it to start again, and then someone started driving it. Doing really good for a while, and then it didn't want to start again. So I went back into the diesel shop, where the first time was like $200, I think. The second time was I don't know, $200 or $300. Got it started. They found some issues. They fixed them. Everything's good. Then the third time it went in, it didn't want to start again. So the first time it didn't want to start at one of my job, or at the snow removal job, so it got towed in. Then the second time it didn't want to start at school, so a buddy of mine towed it in from the school, truck driving school, which I've now completed. I just need to finish paying for it. I owe him $2,200 that should be getting paid here soon. And so yeah. Then they wouldn't start at my house, and having the same issue. Like, ran and drove perfectly fine. Got home from work, shut it off. Nothing. 40,000 pounds or something. So, yeah, I towed it in the shop myself that time, because I was working for the towing company by then. And it sat there, like I towed it in on Friday right before close. It sat there over the weekend, Monday morning, or Monday I didn't hear anything from them. Tuesday, I think it was Tuesday afternoon that they called me. They said that they couldn't find anything wrong with it. All they did was hook a battery charger up to it, and it fired right up. And they didn't want to charge me for not really doing anything. So there was no bill for that, and I said, well, while it's in there, let's do the exhaust. So I got them to quote me the exhaust. When I dropped it off, I told them I wanted a quote just to get the exhaust done. And they told me, well, you're probably better off and cheaper to go buy aftermarket exhaust and put it on yourself. I said, yeah, I could do that, but what I want done, no one makes a kit for. I can't do myself. Just I don't have the tools for it, so give me a go for it. And they said, oh, well, okay then. So they called me and they didn't want to charge me for fixing my truck when they were like, they didn't do anything, so they didn't want to charge me for that. $3.34, the price of diesel's gone up. So they called me and told me about my truck and that they didn't do anything to it. And so I said, or they gave me the price for the exhaust. I said, well, let's do it. It's in there anyways, so we might as well just do it. Is there any slide tarp trucks in here? Green trucks. Oh, that's a sliding tarp right there. I think it was a short sliding tarp. So what they ended up doing is the exhaust now comes off my turbo, comes down for, I don't know, 6 inches, turns, comes out my inner fender well on the passenger side. I have maybe, well, like all in all, it's 6 inches of exhaust on my truck. Straight off the turbo, out the inner fender well behind the tires, so it's kind of hidden. I wanted it to be coming out the actual fender, and like just I wanted to turn the whole side of the truck black. But talking to them at the shop, I realized that it wasn't really worth it to do that. So I ended up just going with out the inner fender well. Oh, hit the wrong button there. And oh, it sounds amazing. A little bit harder on fuel. It burnt a little bit of oil last little while because I love the sound that it makes now. But I like the truck. I love this truck and the way it sounds, the way it drives. I just wish it started. And then something I didn't think of, but they did at the diesel shop. I called them and told them what was going on, and that it had to go into get appraised for insurance. They said, well, lucky that they don't just pull it off the road for all the rust. And I never even thought about that, but it is pretty rusty. I don't think that'll happen because it's just getting a new windshield. But I love that truck. Then the other truck I have, my Suburban, I think I talked about it before. So it's a 93 Suburban, 4-wheel drive, 1500. I paid $400 for it in what was it? I think it was December of 2018. And I bought it from the original owner at 400, or had 340, or it was either 320 or 340,000 K on it. And I paid $400 for it.